It's your boy Deezy. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. Hey, check this out, right? Kamala Harris is running for president out the blue. And they want us to believe that already her vote is up there with Trump. They said she got 47% and Trump got 49%. Kamala Harris has been in office with the president, Joe Biden, now for 4 years. And nobody's heard nothing from her. People are saying that they want to vote for her because she's a black woman and this would be history. But people don't know the history of it. People don't know that she was pushing that mass incarceration. She was giving out a lot of time. And what I see, right? Every time election time comes around, these people want to touch the people. When election time comes, they want to touch the people. She says she's going to be going out knocking on doors, making phone calls. But after somebody gets elected, you don't hear anything. But they want you to be real involved through this part of the process. Why would we want to be involved to pick you when we haven't heard from you for 4 years? But people looking at it like it's anybody going against Trump. Is that going to solve the problem? I can't see it solving the problem just electing her because she's the opponent against Trump. If y'all pay attention to it, right? Wide open. Pay attention to it. Prices of the drugs are at a low. Right now, they're at an all-time low. And they're killing people. Now this here is on the watch with Kamala Harris. They only present the things to us that they think is going to keep us calm. They're not telling us exactly what's going on. It's mighty funny how, just out the blue, she's the running mate. Out of all the people they could have picked, she's the running mate. You can't tell me that doesn't seem like that's kind of funny. Nah, I ain't gonna crash. I got the wheel. Yeah, like, she has been in the office for 4 years, man. Everybody's been paying attention that nothing's been happening towards the people. But when election time comes, it's like they want to reach out to the people. They want to connect directly to the people. But the people is the ones out here suffering. The people is out here with no money. And they'll take it upon themselves to make it their business to send millions of dollars to another country. It should be something governed in America where a few times a year, everybody in the world gets money. They print the money. The money is printed. So it's not like they can run out of it. The design that they have it designed to make us work for is how they want it to be designed, but they can help us out if they want to. They send the money to the other countries. But you gotta pay attention to how the borders is wide open. Pay attention. It's so many deaths with the fentanyl, and it's coming here so easy because the borders don't have the people on top of it how they should. But they're not concerned about that. I'm telling you, that's not the concern. The concern is their agenda to do what they want to do. To make their family generational wealth. Because you see, once people get in there and become the president, their family name generates so much wealth behind them being in that position. That's how it go though. If you think about it, right? They've been telling us stuff the whole time. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We've done this. But what can the people say that they've done to touch us? Nothing. But when election time comes, that's when they want to get involved with you. When election time comes, that's when they want to be involved. And people of color will just say, I'm going to vote for Kamala because she's a black woman. And then when they see she doesn't do anything for them personally, it's like, oh, well, at least we got a black person in there. Nah, we should be thinking about business too. How is we gonna get some money? Who's gonna appoint the opportunity for us to make some money? And it's a big game and a big circus up there. Pay attention to how she just keeps smiling at the camera. It's a fake smile. It's real fake, man. And it's just mighty funny how they just put her in position to be the running mate. They just put her in position out of all the people, and put about 8 people up there that were potential candidates, right? But they picked her. And then she got 100 million endorsed in a day. Come on, man. That gotta be set up funny. That don't even sound like that sounds right. She just got 100 million in one day. People donate. And now she's neck and neck with Trump. It's like they trying to do anything. But you see, the politics is funny, man. They got an agenda that we don't know, but they're using us as pawns in the game. It's an agenda that we don't know, but we being used as pawns, man. That's the crazy thing. And they knew the whole time Biden wasn't ready for this. But this is how they mislead us. Everybody thought Biden was still capable to run. Biden probably been having these problems and these sicknesses that he's going through in the middle of his term. And they know this. And if you see Trump, he was out there saying Biden's not going to be able to do it. He's not in shape to do it. And at this point, out of nowhere, he just drops out the race. Out of nowhere, he removes himself and they put Kamala in there. Y'all know well they not allowing no woman to run the world. Y'all know that. See, what they doing right now, they just making it exciting. It's a show. They're making this exciting because people are going to tune in to what's going on. Yeah, throw Kamala in there because they know any man they would have put against Trump, he wasn't going to win. The country feels like the business part of it is out of control. They know Trump has the business mentality, so that's why the country's going in that direction. Just to put anybody in there, most of the country's not going for that. But we're going to see if they do elect somebody else besides Trump. They're not going to be thinking about nothing for businesses. And they're not going to be thinking about nothing for the average people. That's what people got it confused. If you at least got somebody's thinking about the business aspect of it, it can trickle down and make some money for the people. But if these people is concerned about everything but the business aspect of our country, it's not going to be ran right. Us funding other countries for their beef and their war, how the hell is that helping the people that's homeless that need money here? It's not. But they want us to be engaged and participate in this process. So we go out and stand in the line to vote, right? And then you elect the person that you want to get elected. Do they ever perform the duty that they're telling you that they're going to perform? Seriously. Because from what I'm seeing, they don't have the control that they tell us that they have, or that we think that this position as the leader of the country has. Joe Biden didn't want to stand down. Joe Biden did not want to get out the race. He was forced out the race. That should let you know, if the president, the person that's supposed to run the country, is forced out of his job, that should let you know you really don't have control of nothing. If the president is forced out of position of his job, and this person is the person that runs the entire country, if he's forced out of the position, that should tell you that you don't run nothing. The things you think you run, you're just involved with it. That's it. They're not allowing you to run it. It's mental. The game is mental. It makes you think that you're in a certain position of life that you're not. This is all mental. The stuff isn't as real as you think it is. Pay attention to how fast life ends for you and then how you're forgotten. But we're taught to believe that something else happens or you go somewhere after you die. That's what we're taught. But pay attention to how quick you're forgotten, how quick the process, they want to put you in the ground. Stuff's not as real as you think it is, man. Things are not as serious as you might take them. They forced the president out of his job to run the country. What you think they're going to do about you working at Walmart, Burger King? They're going to force you to do what they want you to do. You have to go along with the program. They're going to keep the order just how they've been having it. And if you get out of line, they're going to deem you crazy. If you go against the program, you're crazy. You go against the process, you're crazy. And when they wanted to get Biden out of there, they just went to the mental health, the dementia, that kind of stuff. He's getting old, he's losing it. Now, I think that he does have his mind. He is getting old. He can't walk as fast. But when people get that at that age, right? The president shouldn't be able to be that old. You know that you're about to leave Earth. Why are you going to be so concerned to control what's going on with the billions of people that are going to be still living when you're gone? Everybody's fears death, right? Everybody's scared and fears death. When you get to that point at that age, I doubt you really care about what's going on with the people that's going to be here. That's the thing. When you get to 80 years old, I doubt that you really care about what's going on with the people here. If you know, you on your last leg. Biden knows he's on his last leg. So, of course, when you put people at that age in the position, they're not going to be as effective. Why would they be as effective? Take it easy. You put an 80-year-old that lived his life and really don't care about what's going on. How you think the country gonna be ran? How do you think the country is gonna be ran? It's gonna be out of whack. We putting our trust in these people, right? Because they get out there and tell us they gonna do this and do that. Why are we so easy to be influenced? Because somebody is telling us they're going to do something that they're probably never going to do. How are we so easily influenced by that? Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that share button, subscribe button. How are we influenced by that? And we watching this thing here in front of us. They put Kamala in there and got people hyped up. They got people hyped up. I wonder, do people understand that it's 200 million white people and 40 million black people? Just because Kamala got in there and y'all all hyped about the situation, that don't mean she gonna win. And you saying, do I trust Trump? I don't trust anybody. And I definitely don't trust somebody that's trying to push something to me that I know that they're not gonna do. Hey, I can say Trump being himself though. I can say that. That's what the thing about us as people to understand. These people in the position up there, they present themselves as snakes. They present themselves as snakes, but you just don't know that it's a damn snake. So I'm not riding with none of them. Me personally, I'm not riding with none of them. But I'm not going to get hyped because they put this lady and she's black in front of our face to make us think that this is where we supposed to go when she's been in there with a white man for 4 years and we ain't heard nothing from her. Why wasn't she trying to reach out to the people during her term as vice president? Why wasn't she hitting these major cities then? Back to, he said his father had to pay more than $3 million. Hold on, let me see what he said. Father had to pay more than $3 million back in the day for not wanting to rent their apartments to black lawyers. Yeah, I'm sure Trump did that, right? But you know Biden was with him too. In that time back in the early 1900s, right? All the white people was riding with that racist stuff. If they was alive, they was riding with it. They wasn't going against it, because if they went against it, they was going to be treated as the others was treated. So Biden was riding with them too. You think Biden wasn't out there racist? Man, all them people was out there racist. But certain people, they try to display that they wasn't, but they was racist too. You think they was out there and they wasn't going with the get along? They was running with them people too, because they want to be a part of the program. So I'm not going to act like I think that Trump was, his family was racist, and both of them. Both of them. And we going to be honest, I think people are all racist to a certain extent. Some are more racist than others. You might feel your people is this, and you might feel, oh, well, they are this. All people, to a certain extent, have a view of being racist because they might feel that their people is better. But we try to lie to ourselves about certain things, though. And I see that. About things in life, we try to lie to ourselves to make it look a certain way when it's really another way. That's how they keep us stabilized in the country. If they were to tell us the truth about the things that go on, do you know that nobody would listen? There would be no control. So they have to lie to us. Of course they're going to say they wasn't racist and this person wasn't. No, they all were fucked up back then. They all were following protocol. They had to be that. And if they wasn't, they weren't showing it to their people. They were being involved. So we can't act like that. And it's crazy that we would think that one person wasn't racist and the other was, and they was all in the world at the same time, at that time when it was normal to be that way. Nah. I'm not going to sit here and act like I feel that any of them wasn't. They all were. Being honest. No, it's like, but being as though that the white people held it on to black people so hard, that's why they are more as calm with how they deliver it. It's some people that just out bold with it, but they're calm because they knew they had the control with it, and it's like looked at as if that was messed up, what they did. And it was, but that's why they're calm with it. That's why they act the way they act with it. But believe you, they're in their brain, they're looking at the way it been. Just because they tell you something, people always want to believe what somebody just come out and tell them. Oh, well, they said this. Nah. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean that that's how they really feel. And that's the crazy thing. Just because they say it don't mean that's how they feel. And these people was up here pitching to the world what they gonna do. Like, if they knock on my door, right? Because she said they're going around knocking doors. If they knock on my door, the first thing I'm saying, in that 4 years, when you was in there, what did you do for us as the community as you're here right now knocking on my door? I bet you they're going to channel the question to go a different way. They're not going to answer that. They ain't going to have nothing to say to that. What did you do, as in you're doing now, to help the people? It's going to be mum's the word. It's going to be nothing to say. Because you haven't heard nothing from her. You haven't heard anything at all. So there's nothing they can say that, how did you touch the people? But at this point, when it's time to go for an election, they want to touch the people. And I can't understand how people even indulge in these conversations as in, oh, I'm going to go out and vote. Where the hell are these people at for the term? Why don't they knock on doors during the term? Why during the term, as them being the president, why they don't come out and knock on the door? Why they don't want to touch the people? Because that shows you that the design of the world is, once you get something, fuck doing how you got it. You got it. You accomplished it. Once they get to that status of being the president, why am I going to go back and connect with the people? I made it there. Once these officials get office, wherever they get it at, why am I going to connect with the people? I made it. Why am I going to connect with the people and I made it? But I guess we get influenced easy, you know? They know we easily influenced. They know we easily influenced. They know it. But it's your boy DZ, man. Hit that subscribe button, share button, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now, go watch that live.